legends start. In-depth words cutting deep as cleats. Every play analyzed heartbeat by beat. Interviews, raw stories unfold. Behind the curtain, the secrets told. The Golden Room Podcast, sweeping the game from the 50-yard line to the Hall of Fame. Breaking it down, tearing it apart. The Golden Room Podcast, where legends start.
Welcome into the Golden Broom Podcast. I'm your host, Cody Slavinsky, joined as always by Vandy Chris, and tonight we are joined by Mr. Anthony Handy himself. Anthony,
Hey,
man, how you doing?
I've been good, man. I've been doing really good. I've been working a lot. It's actually cold here in Oklahoma this year. For some reason, it's not normally this cold in the winter, but hey, my winter wardrobe is a lot doper than my summer wardrobe anyway. So I'm drip activated, doing pretty good, feeling pretty good.
Love it. Well, I saw that this weekend the game is only going to be in the mid-50s.
Yeah, that's going to be good for both teams involved because they're not used to playing in cold weather situations, as you could imagine. So, got the tickets sold out quick.
For sure.
You can't get tickets anywhere, and the ones that are available for resale are insane. I saw some really good tickets for like good seats, but they were easily four figures and like creeping towards middle four figures. And I guarantee there's somebody willing to pay that kind of money to go see that game.
Oh, for sure. I mean, it's the big chance for Oklahoma. They deserve to have a good turnout this weekend.
Oh yeah,
that's like the FCS finals. Art First Bank over at Vanderbilt this year on January 5th, and I'm thinking, I bet these tickets are pretty cheap, right? Here it is, the beginning of December, and it's almost sold out. The cheapest ticket available on the NCAA site is $208.
Well, 208 is. I'd rather pay 208 than middle four figures.
This is true.
It's fair.
I will gladly. You can pay. Listen, man, I got two options for you. You can have the really cheap seats. They're way up in the nosebleeds. You might lose consciousness, and we're going to require you to sign the waiver so that you wear the Hans device and the seat harness so you don't fall out from the top of the stadium. Or you can sit in these $4,000 seats down front. Yeah, use Hans device. You said it crosses over like that, right? All right,
right.
Hey, sign me up.
I love it. So people probably see that the title of our show tonight is Crybaby Pavia loses the Heisman. That title was come up with by Chris. I don't understand why he did it.
You lie.
No, I did that title only as a joke to Chris because I think it's hilarious. Not that he lost, but the media pushback from it.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's go ahead and jump into it. Diego Pavia finishes second in the Heisman race, loses to Fernando Mendoza, which many expected Mendoza to take the win because of the win in the Big Ten championship game over Ohio State. He didn't put up special numbers, and honestly, his entire season numbers did not really compare to Pavia's. Pavia played a tougher schedule. He literally put an entire team on his back, while Mendoza had a couple of moments where he had to do that, but not in the situations that Pavia did.
Yeah.
But the problem was, after everything was all said and done, Pavia says, F the voters. Then he's at a party that says F Indiana on the signs. Like,
But here's the problem. Pavia's the only one catching garbage for that, for being at that party with the sign that said F Indiana. Do you know who was standing right beside him?
Who?
Julian Sayin.
Was he really?
Yes, that's him in the suit standing beside him with the back of his head in the picture.
Dun, dun, dun.
That's actually funny. I mean, to be fair, Sayin has a right to say that, considering they had just played him, and they might play him again in a few weeks.
If you're going to crap on one, you got to crap on them both, right?
Thank you.
But was Sayin posing with that sign? No. Pavia acknowledged the sign.
Mm-hmm.
So, which, I mean, it doesn't surprise me because, I mean, anyone that follows the sport or follows Diego Pavia in general, he's a character. We'll use that word. But he is also a very good student, a very good dude. But he's also a character.
And let's not forget that this stuff between Vanderbilt and Indiana goes back a few years. This ain't just something new. This goes back to basketball recruiting back in 2017, 2018.
Do you think Pavia knows that?
Probably not.
Probably not.
The
fans do. The fans know it.
Yes.
Well, with regard to the voting, I think that and don't get me wrong, I think Fernando did a great job as quarterback in Indiana, but I smell a tinge of recency bias. As you think about it, within the last 3 weeks, 4 weeks, where Fernando had that pass, the thread the needle pass, and then the receiver just barely black swanning his toes inside the goal line, inside the end zone to complete that catch, and then beating, like, I had no, I'm an SEC guy. For those of you that are watching, I'm an SEC guy just like these guys. They get a little more in depth because they're looking all around the league. I strictly focus on SEC until it comes time for the playoffs. So I didn't know who this kid was until that play. Now, and probably a lot of other people too. Recency bias. So his biggest moments of the season, I've gone back and looked. He had a great season, but his biggest moments of the season kind of started at that point and ended with the win over Ohio State. In the eyes of the majority of the general public of the college football. On the other hand, Diego's a monster all season long. Saw games where he literally had to take Vanderbilt on his shoulders and carry the team to victory multiple times this season. So that's just my 2 cents on that. I'm no knock whatsoever to Fernando, which, by the way, is a great song. no knock on Fernando whatsoever. But I mean, if I were a voter, I know my vote would have gone to the kid in the black and gold.
So here's my take on it. Diego Pavia just said out loud on his Instagram what everybody across the nation was thinking privately.
That's
and
fair.
If you think about it, he's not wrong. And I'll reference that in saying, how can 25% of the ballots not even have Diego Pavia on it? That just blows my mind. And then there's like 10% of the ballots didn't even have a single one of the top 4 on it.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. How did the ballots not have all of the candidates available to vote for on it?
Well, they had them on it. They just didn't vote for them.
Oh, I got you.
So 10% of the ballots of the final 4, nobody voted for the final 4. On 10% of the ballots. On 25%, Diego wasn't even on them as getting a single vote. Like, how does this happen?
Yeah, I mean, realistically, when you think about it, I mean, whether people want to admit it or not, all media members are biased, whether we like to say it or not. They are.
Yeah.
I mean, sure, they don't celebrate at games when big plays happen, but realistically, they're biased. And they're going to vote for their bias, essentially. If you're a Big Ten reporter, you're probably were voting for Mendoza. If you're an SEC guy, you probably voted for Pavia.
Unless you're in Knoxville.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So, like, if you're like anti-Vanderbilt, on the other hand, or don't respect Vanderbilt, you probably voted elsewhere.
Yeah, that reporter in Knoxville, his top 3 didn't include any of the top 4.
So,
It's like,
you're telling me you got a sports reporter that was a meathead in college. He voted against Vanderbilt just because he refused to vote for nerds.
it's
Pretty
exactly what it is.
much.
There's a throwback for you.
I like it. Oh man, but yeah, old Pavia. Now I'm curious to what happens next. I mean, I assume he's playing the bowl game. I haven't heard otherwise. So
He is.
all right, so he's got that. I'm sure he's probably playing one of the senior bowls.
He is.
Okay.
He's draft eligible this year too, right?
Yeah, he has no choice at this point. Well, I guess he could come back if he wanted to.
He's out of eligibility. He can't.
Oh, I thought he had one more year he could go for it.
No, this was it. This was the one he fought for. He fought for this one after last season.
This is his 4th year in FBS, and then he had 2 years in JUCO.
Okay, I got you.
But never mind. I'll wait for you. I'll wait. We got an agenda. I will stick to the agenda.
But you know, he catches all that crap about being old and whatnot. He wasn't even the oldest quarterback in the SEC this year. There were 4 guys older than him.
I mean, he's only what, 23?
Yeah, he's 23.
So I mean, that's not old. I mean, I know people make a joke because he's been in college for a while and all that, but I mean, realistically, he's not old at all.
He's no TJ Finley.
He's no older than most like grad students working on masters.
There you go.
He's definitely not a Stetson Bennett. Stetson Bennett old enough to for his insurance rates to drop when he graduated from college.
Oh man. But yeah. So do you want to get into our transfer portal quarterback rankings?
I would love that.
This will be fun.
It will be. So the portal had a lot of quarterbacks go into it. Chris told me today, hey, make a list of your top 10. So here's my top 10, his top 10. Ours are somewhat similar in certain ways, but also very different.
Why do you sound like Eddie Murphy in Beverly Hills Cop?
You got to.
It's like Lutz and Biddle, like kibbles and bits, but different.
Dude, that impression is good.
The psychic from the island of St. Croix.
He's a professional.
But that's like ridiculously good though. Let's see. All right, so you have Sam Levitt number 1. I understand why you would have him number 1. I do because he is a good quarterback.
That's fair.
I was shocked by Colton Joseph being your number 2. I will admit that.
This dude is a dog.
No, he 100% is.
If you go look at what he did at Old Dominion this year, that kid is special.
I can agree with that. Mestamaker at number 3 makes perfect sense. The kid came from nowhere and dominated. Which, by the way, may I add, he's not guaranteed to go to OK State. Just want to throw that out there.
If you haven't heard the latest news that's being reported tonight, is Indiana struck out on Mestamaker, and OK State is in the lead.
Well, I'm sure they're in the lead for sure. But they already said that expect like a Miami, LSU, Florida, schools like that to narrow in on him.
On3 has it either Indiana or Oklahoma State, and per On3, Indiana's striking out on him. Offered him $3 million or 3.5, and Oklahoma State matched it.
So I will say this though, of the list, the most underrated player on here that people don't know about is Teron Dickens.
Yes.
That young man, he had one game where he went 53 of 55 passing, which is just unheard of.
Completed 46 straight.
Yeah, and they weren't all short passes either. That's the scarier part about it. Like the kid is good.
Yeah, there's a reason that Catamount from Western Carolina won the FCS Heisman Award.
I can see. So, like, when you see like a Trinidad Chambliss like being at Ole Miss, what he did coming from D2, I see this kind of being the same situation with Teron Dickens. Like, whoever gets him is going to get a dog, and there's a lot of systems that he would fit in very well with. Which, honestly, I don't know why, but the first team that popped in my head for him would be like Tennessee. My God, could he shine in that offense?
I don't think well, maybe Tennessee. I know they have their
At
sights set
least for
on
the first
somebody
three,
else.
at least for the first 3 to 5 weeks of the season.
Yeah.
Did I say that out loud?
You
I
did.
mean, it's not wrong. Dylan Raiola is in here, but he made both of our top tens. He's actually at number 8 on both of ours. I like it. But
Y'all are going. I'm sorry, I need to jump in again. You're both going to have to take him off your top tens because since Patrick Mahomes tore his ACL, Dylan Raiola is going to tear his ACL during the offseason because you know it's a thing.
Yes.
absolutely.
It's almost like it's almost like having a voodoo doll, man. It's like whatever happens to Patrick happens to him, so he's got to tear his ACL.
I saw a video today that said it showed this guy just crying, like just in a panic situation, and it says Dylan Raiola when he finds out that Patrick Mahomes tore his ACL, now he must do the same. And I had a good laugh at that one.
Oh,
Yeah.
that made me chuckle as well.
So I have 2 quarterbacks in here that did not make your list: Aaron Philo from Georgia Tech and Kenny Minchie from Notre Dame.
hmm
And so the reason that I put them in there is because one, Philo is actually a really good quarterback, and I see why he has such a large offer from other schools because the kids, when Haynes King went down, he came in and played like a champ.
Yeah.
Kenny Minchie, obviously, he's not a very well known guy yet because he's young,
hmm
but his talent is there. He was one of the top recruits in his class when he came out of high school, and obviously when you have Carr ahead of you and he's doing as good as he is, like I get it. I see why he would hit the portal. So that's why I have him in my top 10. And I will admit though, I almost didn't put Aiden Childs in here. But then I had a problem of finding someone that I felt like was better than him to put there. So
Yeah.
I let him roll.
You got Lagway at the top of your list.
I sure do. And the reason
Well, go ahead.
I'll say the reason that I do is because I see the potential in the kid.
He's buying that GZ hype.
I'm I've lived on this earth for a goodly amount of time, and currently married. Now, I dated before I met my wife. I met some people that had some potential too, but potential and actual ability are 2 different things. I think that I don't know whatever happened when Lagway got hurt last year.
Mm-hmm.
He's not quite been the same since.
That's very fair.
And he's I don't know if he's gun shy or whatever. We've seen that happen before where somebody gets an injury that takes him out, or maybe he figures he's just saving it up and just giving it just enough to get drafted but not get hurt again. And wasn't he hurt this past season?
Yes.
A couple times.
Okay, he's been hurt a couple times this season. So if this list is just based on talent, I'll let you have that. If the list is talking about what they're going to actually be able to contribute to wherever he winds up, you got to factor that in too. And that would have, I probably would have him on my list too, but I would have him ranked a little lower. I probably would have him ranked lower than Chris. Not because I don't like him, not because I don't think he's talented, but just you got a couple of dings on your armor. As the commercial says, show me the Carfax. So
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all for the potential I see in the kid and what I think he can be. It's not based off of what I saw this year because obviously that offense was so beat up and just bad that there was no hope. But
So
go ahead.
you'll notice I got 2 guys in here at the bottom of my list: Drew Dickey and AJ Swan. Reason I put Drew Dickey in there is
because it's funny to say Dickey.
He's just been behind the 8 ball in his career at Vanderbilt, right? He comes in, he sits behind Mike Wright and AJ Swan. And then Wright moves on. It becomes AJ Swan's team. Well, that didn't work out. Drew Dickey just stayed there. He's been at Vanderbilt since Clark Lee got there. And he stuck it out and stuck it out. Yes, he played behind Diego Pavia. It was kind of a tie between Dickey and I just lost my train of thought on the other backup quarterback that came from New Mexico State.
Isn't he in the portal too?
No.
Oh, I saw another Vandy guy was in the portal. Was
Yeah,
actually ranked higher.
Jeremy St. Hilaire.
Yes.
He's a sophomore at Vanderbilt this year. He's our 6th-string quarterback.
Jeez.
So
and he's ranked pretty high in the quarterback listings too.
There's definitely potential in him, but in the right place, Drew Dickey can do something. And I put AJ Swan on here for the simple fact that no matter what quarterback list you're putting out there, I'm ranking him at the complete bottom. Period. The end. Because his sophomore year, he got benched. He was not liked in the locker room. He goes to LSU. He's 3rd string at LSU for a season. He goes to Appalachian State, gets benched mid-season because he played so horribly. And it just, now you're looking for another new home? Come on, man.
Well, these are these supposed to be your top 10 transfer quarterbacks, or just guys you think could go somewhere and just do something?
I put AJ Swan on there just to let it be known that no matter what kind of ranking gets out there, AJ Swan goes to the bottom.
Oh, okay. I got you. Because I was just saying, if Drew Dickey, you said this guy's been there since Clark Lee has been there. He can't start ahead of all those. I mean, okay, Diego is a phenomenal quarterback. He's done amazing things at the program. But, I mean, you mentioned 3 or 4 or 6 other names that played ahead of him. Like, how's he going to go someplace else and do something? He can't get ahead of those guys.
Just AJ Swan and Mike Wright. And if you look at what Mike Wright's done, he went to Mississippi State. He did well. He did okay there. And then he transferred to East Carolina this year, where he played just about every. When you got an athlete like Mike Wright, somebody's going to have to sit behind him.
Yeah, but wait a minute. Where in Carolina you said he go to?
East Carolina.
Oh, I'm thinking about a different school. My bad. I was thinking about Coastal Carolina, who just fired their coach. I was getting ready to say he went over there and got the coach fired. So what are you trying to say?
Yeah.
But
at East Carolina, he played quarterback, wide receiver, tight end, running back, punter. I mean, he lined up in every position on offense just about. So when you have a talent like that or an athlete like that, chances are somebody's going to play behind him at some point.
So you're talking about another potential Taysom Hill.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, that's cool, and you can make that. That's something that you can make work as long as he does not become the long-term solution at quarterback. Because we see what happened with Taysom. You know, was it Breeze that went down, and Taysom was basically the best option they had to back up. And
yeah,
once the defenses kind of figured out his whole thing, then they were like, okay, he's going to transform into a box cutter next, and we're going to run box cutter defense, and that's. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Oh. Sports Bites. What's up, Mr. Joseph? How you doing tonight, my friend?
So,
right.
You want to do a Christmas themed pick 'em real quick?
Let's do it.
So, on the rules on these, Anthony, you have to pick one on each row. Only one on each row that you're going to keep.
Okay.
Can you not see him, Cody?
No.
Okay.
I see it now.
So you got to pick one on each row. These are Christmas songs. You're picking one to keep.
Ooh.
One on each row?
One on each row that you're keeping.
All right, let's see.
Am I picking them out loud or am I picking them in my head?
Pick them out loud.
Okay. Let's see. Each of the 4 rows from top to bottom, vertical?
No, going across.
One from each row. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I got you. The first row doing the 12 days of Christmas. Because as long as I sang that song, I think it took me until I was about 35 or 40 years old to finally get be able to remember who had what on those days.
Okay.
So 12 Days of Christmas. Um, Row 2, Frosty the Snowman, for sure. I grew up watching that cartoon every time Frosty came to life and he went, "Happy birthday!" Let's see. Uh, Row 3, Santa Claus is Coming to Town, just because I kind of like the Jackson 5 remake of that song.
Okay.
Of course.
Row number 4. Wait a minute. Hold on. Isn't the little drummer boy and Do You Hear What I Hear the same song?
No.
You sure about that?
Mm-hmm.
You know what? You're right. You're right. My bad. I had to think about it for a minute. Womp womp. Winter Wonderland.
Okay.
Mary, Did You Know? And sorry, I forgot I got my contacts on. I'm supposed to have my readers. I got my contacts in and I need my readers. There we go. I have never heard If We Make It Through December.
Really?
Yeah,
I haven't either.
Okay.
That sounds like the song we used to sing every year during the 80s when we thought we were going to World War III soon. The last one, oh God, last row, Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas.
Okay.
I like that.
What do you got, Cody?
All right, so top row, I'm going Silent Night. I always liked that song growing up. That's good. Second row, I'm gonna go Holly Jolly Christmas. Third row, I'm going Let It Snow, but Afro Man's version of Let It Snow. If you know,
Okay.
you know.
Does it have anything to do with Two Zigzags, or is that a different song?
It is a different song, but I highly recommend listening to his Christmas album because it's absolutely hilarious. Because his version is called
Okay.
Let Her Blow, Let Her Blow, Let Her Blow.
Oh dear God!
Yes, it's exactly what you think. All right, the next row,
Way
I
to
will
ruin the
pick.
Christmas theme there, Cody.
Oh, I can't hear "Let It Snow" without singing the song. That's how much I've listened to it in my days. Also, where's "O Come All You Faithful" at? Why isn't that not on here?
I thought I saw it.
No, there's "O Come Emmanuel."
And Oh Holy Night. You're right.
That's a shame because I was wanting to do the Twisted Sister.
That's a dope. That is probably
Uh-huh.
one of the dopest Christmas hymns, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Oh come all you faithful.
Mm-hmm.
I liked it when Twisted Sister sang it. Actually, I'll go Walking in a Winter Wonderland on that one. The next one, ugh. I guess I'll go with White Christmas on that one. And then the bottom one's not fair because I like Elvis and I also like Michael Bublé during this time of year. But since Anthony already took Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas, I'll go Blue Christmas
Okay.
with some Elvis singing.
Oh, how blue.
I actually listened to it last night. It's so good.
So I'm going to go Silent Night. Second row, I'm going to First Noel. And you'll notice a theme here a little
I'm
bit.
noticing a big trend right now, which nothing wrong with that.
Third row, Oh Holy Night. If you've never heard Martina McBride do that thing a cappella, oh my God, you are in for a treat.
I've heard it.
She knocks it out of the park on that one. Next row, give me For King and Country doing Little Drummer Boy. That's epic. If you've never seen it, I highly recommend it. Next row It Came Upon a Midnight Clear.
Okay.
And you'll notice mine are all a little deeper voice, except for Oh Holy Night, but the deeper voice, the bass feel to it. And then this one got thrown in there because when I was a kid growing up, my mom had a Merle Haggard album called A Haggard Family Christmas. It had a song like Bobby Wants a Puppy Dog for Christmas and Grandma's Homemade Christmas Cards. And the one song that stuck on me, If We Make It Through December. It talks about the struggles that people have during December of feeling like they're broke, and if we make it through December, we're going to be fine,
Okay.
So that one sticks with me. Now, there's another rule to this game. Now you have to go back through it, pick one song on each row that you're going to drop off of this list.
Oh.
Oh, damn.
Oh.
All right.
This is where it gets fun.
All right. I'm going to start at the bottom. I'm going to go with If We Make It Through December, only because I haven't heard it.
Mm-hmm.
The next row up, I'm doing Mary Did You Know. Beautiful song, but once Pentatonics did it, then everybody and their brother started singing it, and it got old for me very quickly.
Yep. It gets hard, don't it?
Yeah, because they're all good. I guess Little Drummer Boy. At this point, I'm just picking at them because I like them all. Let It Snow. Jingle Bells. Nah, the First Noel, and then Joy to the World.
Okay.
That is tough.
I swear you picked almost every song I was going to pick. So obviously I'm going to take If We Make It Through December because I've never heard the song before. Watch, I'll hear it and be like, oh my gosh, this is the best song I've ever heard. Probably will happen. But that's the one I would have to delete off that one. The next one, I could go without White Christmas. It was never my favorite growing up. Let's see. So growing up in church, there was actually a lot of like Christmas songs I did not like.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. I just did not like singing them. Do You Hear What I Hear is one of the ones that I didn't like to sing. Then I would get rid of Rudolph because, again, a deer's not going to have a red nose. And if he does, he's probably going to get shot because something's wrong with him. Let's see. I'll get rid of Jingle Bells because I don't like the sound of bells. And then I'll do Joy to the World as well because that, I could live without that one.
Okay. So I'm gonna go 12 Days of Christmas because I can never get all the 12 days right. Call me ignorant, whatever. I just can't get them right. I think I'm gonna let Holly Jolly Christmas go. I agree with you. Probably Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. That's a child thing.
Yeah.
As an adult, I just can't get into this song. This is the row that's very hard for me. But I think I'm going to go with Walking in a Winter Wonderland.
Okay.
Next row, probably Away in the Manger.
Wow, you're going to hell for that.
And the bottom row, here comes Santa Claus. It gets hard when you start thinking about which one do I not want on here. It makes it really tough. So that's that one. I got another one to do later on.
I like that.
That one will be even more confusing because some of those on that next one are repeated on different rows. But we'll do that one later.
All right.
We can get into some playoff talk.
Let's do it. So I went ahead and I'm just recycling the bracket that I made for CF backers because I'm not going to go through and make another one for this. So here's the actual playoff bracket itself.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm super thrilled about it, to say the least. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. What the heck are those cats doing? Jeez.
Man, you can't do that like mid sentence. I'm like, what? I don't see no cats on my screen.
No, so my wife.
I mean, I know that you all have seen all of the material that I have put forward for you to partake in, and you all know that one thing you know about a pimp is that he believes in the legalization and inhalation and exaltation over a certain green, leafy plant that happened to grow like that. And you had me thinking that it was cats on my screen. You cannot do that to a player on a Tuesday night for just no reason at all. For no reason at all.
Oh my God, that impression is way too good.
Too good.
No, my wife, like a month ago, rescued 2 kittens that were just randomly standing next to our trash can in our driveway. And because it was cold outside. And they were like 5 weeks old. And she literally came in and woke me up with a cat carrier that had these 2 cats in it. And then the kids had seen the cats at this point, so there was no turning back. So now we have 2 kittens destroying a Christmas tree and the blinds currently. So,
and Cody is forever a cat man now.
Unfortunately, and it sucks. But my dad did just buy a poodle, so it's his new hunting dog. Kind of excited to get to meet that little dude soon.
Chris, I don't dare say what I just check your message. Just check your Facebook messages.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Oh God! Don't worry, Cody. I'm not gonna leave you out, man. I'm gonna send it to you too.
Okay, good. Because I'm like, what are we talking about?
Oh man, I don't dare say it. You mess around and have you a big time sponsor, and they'll be going back combing through 10 years worth of videos. They'll be like, yeah, fellas, we're gonna have to drop this contract.
Speaking of sponsors, check out Chinook's Seedery. Promo code Golden Broom for 10% off your purchase. And if you're one of the ones using our promo code, please reach out to me because a lot of people have used it and we really appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So the first game to look at is Oregon James Madison. It says Eastern time is actually Central time. Good. I will say this. I would have had to have just closed my screen if that would have been said out loud on air.
I almost did. I caught myself.
That would have been fantastic. I mean, because it's technically true.
You feel me though?
You ain't wrong. That's funny.
Cody has died.
That is freaking funny. Oh my God.
Oh God.
All right, so Oregon is the 21.5.
If y'all want to know what was said, if you are my friends, just message me. I'll let you know, and then you be like, "Oh, I see why you didn't say that out loud."
So the thing that's done at CF Backers is there's a merit-based model that Brian Buckeye Stats runs. So he runs all the games through a model to get the score. So that's why those scores are at the bottom. So that's what the
it's
merit-based
heavily
model
biased towards the Big Ten.
Oh my God. Anyway, the model picked 32-22. But Chris and I have actually discussed this game a little bit previously, and we both believe that it'll be closer than the spread states. So, Anthony, what do you think?
I have a question. Now, me having lived in the Northern Virginia portion of the V part of the DMV, and my lovely spouse being from nearby Harrisonburg, Virginia. I have seen the finest and the greatest that Harrisonburg has to offer in the form of athletes, and I want to know how they figure that the game. They think the game gonna be that close.
It might be.
I mean, I've heard. Listen, I've JMU has consistently had. I'll say, we'll go back about the last decade or so. JMU has consistently put a quality product on the gridiron annually.
Mhm.
So much so to the point that enrollment at JMU has grown and is starting to take over parts of Harrisonburg, and the folks in that little sleepy area like, oh my God, the college kids are taking over. Good, they're feeding your economy.
Mhm.
But I mean, against Oregon, you think they could? Or I think I see a little bit more of a gap there. I'm thinking more of a 12 to 32, 12 to 30.
Okay.
10 points is 10 points is a 10-point spread prediction is, I mean, I know it's computer generated, but 10-point spread is awfully generous for JMU against Oregon. No knock to any of you that may be JMU in Lord, I just like that. Bulldogs, aren't they? Aren't they the Bulldogs?
The Dukes.
The Dukes, thank you.
They are a bulldog though.
I got dogs on my brain because that's where I am. The JMU Dukes against the Ducks of Oregon. See, I can remember that one because they see just that alone. The duck is the Aflac duck. You got the Aflac duck. You got Daffy Duck. You got Donald Duck. You got Disco Duck. You know, the only Dukes that I can think of off the top of my head is the mayonnaise and the two old men that tried to cheat Eddie Murphy and Dan Aykroyd out a whole bunch of money in the movie. So.
What about John Wayne?
Oh yeah, can't forget that guy, Pilgrim. Just saying. That's all. Like, I can run off a list of ducks. Even please mind the gap, duck your head. I got that one too. Anyway, I just don't see it being that. All seriousness, I don't see it being that close. That's no disrespect to JMU, but this is a little bit more of a monumental task than winning the Sun Belt.
I mean,
So
that's fair.
based on what I've seen being reported today, I think it's going to be a lot closer than the 21 and a half. There is a lot of reporting going on that Oregon plans to rest starters in this game. And if that's the case, I think JMU goes in there feeling disrespected. And I think they give Oregon all they can handle.
I just for the record, I've seen people that went into fights feeling disrespected, and they came out of the fight looking even more disrespected. So
this is fair.
I heard you was talking. I thought you was talking shit about me. Okay. Ooh, Jesus, I didn't know. I'm gonna have to defend my honor. You know what? After he hit me, I don't think I'd have much honor left to defend. So I would just go ahead and you say the door is that way. Thank you very much.
And to be honest, I've watched Oregon play a couple times this year. And they just don't give me that vibe that the Oregon team that everybody's used to over the last 5 or 6 years. This isn't that team. They're just not blowing people out like that.
I have, like I said, haven't really had a chance to watch them play. I know that Oregon is kind of to me like Ohio State West, in that they're gonna 11 games, they're going to knock heads. They're going to have maybe one close one. They're going to knock heads with everybody. And then there's that one game that they just can't win all season. And that's what I've gotten used to since Dan Lanning has gone out west. But I just don't see I don't see this one being the game that they drop. I'd have to wait and see who they get in the next round.
Yeah. I mean, because, historically with Oregon, I mean, they have not won when it really mattered the most. Yeah, they've won a few Rose Bowls, but when they got into the thick of things, they've come up short every time.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I don't see how this year would be any different, because I don't think that this year's Oregon team is one of their best,
right?
Historically at all. Don't get me wrong, I think they're a good team, but nothing they've done this year makes me say wow. And I mean, do I think they should beat JMU? Absolutely. Do I think that they will destroy them? I don't think so.
I don't think they destroy them. I think it's a much better ball game than what people anticipate.
And the reason that I say that, though, mainly is because JMU's defense is legit. They're very physical. They're good with forcing turnovers. I believe in them, but having to travel all the way to Eugene,
that's a tough ask.
Yeah.
Pardon me. I have a question for the bearded gentleman in the top frame. You say that they are very physical, which would indicate that they exert some sort of energy with which they move around the field. Is that correct? Am I understanding your statement correctly?
That is correct.
Now, my next question is, how the hell else they supposed to play football? I mean, I have never seen Charles Xavier and Magneto sit around and move 22 men around on the field by themselves, and they don't have to move, so they would have to exert some. I can't even finish the bit.
I'm unalive.
Oh my gosh!
It's not like Charles Xavier is sitting there like this, and they just all moving like chess pieces.
We got to get you on here more often, man.
Absolutely. Oh my gosh.
Just don't move. You won't pull nary a muscle or nothing. You won't have to give up none of your eligibility.
All right, let's see what our next game is. Bama OU.
Let's have some fun.
Oh, wow. Oh, okay. This one for me, if I may go ahead and jump in. This one for me is pretty accurate. The run game for Alabama is not as dominant. I mean, you think about Alabama is a team that for the better part of the last 20 years, you thought of them as a team with a dominant run game. Think of all the running backs that were first-round draft picks coming out of Tuscaloosa in the last 20 years. One of whom is still doing his doggone thing up in Baltimore, although Baltimore this year is not quite the team that they once were a couple of years ago. But you think about all the dominant runners that came out of Alabama. Run game is almost Jam Miller is hit or miss. He had a pretty decent game right before he got hurt a couple of weeks ago, and now he's supposed to be active, so we'll see what they get out of him. But if Alabama can't get that run game going, I mean, it's going to be another just like the SEC championship last week. I'm sorry, week before, because this past weekend was Army Navy. It's going to be just like it was a couple of weeks ago, where they're going to have to rely on the pass game, and the pass game is Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. Ryan Williams can't decide whether he wants to catch passes or play with his teddy bear, and
baby doll. It's a baby doll, not a teddy bear.
I mean, no knock on that. Linus had a blanket forever, of course, but Linus has also been perpetually 9 years old for the last 65 years. So there's a difference there. It's just Alabama is not. This is definitely not Nick Saban's Alabama anymore.
No.
Okay. It is definitely not Nick Saban's Alabama anymore. And people are starting to see chinks in the armor, much like Tony in Rocky's ear in the corner saying, "See, he's not made of steel. He's a man. Go get him." Hey, it's hitting pretty. The Drago hits pretty hard. And then on the other end, OU, who came out looking very dominant on offense, and the defense hadn't started to gel yet. John Mateer broke his thumb. When John Mateer broke his thumb, there must be some connection between his thumb and his confidence, because it's not been the same since then. And in the meantime, that defense, it must be something about playing Auburn every year, the current Auburn in its current state, that makes defenses wake up. You remember in the Auburn game against Georgia, they had that fumble that could or could not have been possibly a fumble. And that defense woke up and just never looked back for the remainder of the season. Oklahoma's defense woke up against Auburn and hasn't looked back. And they are looking nasty. They were looking really nasty. They're peaking at the right time. So this tracks 45 points. What's the spread?
1.5.
I mean, over under. I'm sorry.
Oh, let me check. Give me a second.
If it's over 45, I'd be surprised.
Yeah, it is 40.5.
Yeah, so that is you knowing that Vegas sets odds and they don't like to lose money. That's pretty accurate. I think that's exactly how that's not by numbers, but I think that's how that's going to look. Now, who knows? John Mateer might show up and say, "Hey, y'all thought my thumb was broke? Watch this," and have a great day. I don't see that happening, but then you also have the home crowd at Norman, which is 40 minutes south of me, that is going to be losing their ever-loving minds. So, that's accurate, I think. I think OU advances here.
Yeah, I mean, so when you really look at it too, Mateer hurts himself in the Auburn game, so that was back in September. He's now had 3 weeks essentially of rest since his last game. So his thumb will definitely be the healthiest that it's been since the injury. When I look back, though, at their first matchup in Tuscaloosa, Alabama still put up 406 yards of offense, mainly through the air. They only had 80 rushing yards as a team. Oklahoma forced 3 turnovers, which obviously turnovers win you games. The problem for Oklahoma in this game that they are going to have to get over the hump is they're going to have to make big plays. They have spurts of big plays where like one big play is made and it sets them up for a field goal, which, hey, they have a great field goal kicker. If it comes down to a kicking game, OU wins this all day.
Okay, I was
give me the
say
short kicker all day.
I was going to ask you which kicker you're talking about, because if you're talking about Connor Talty,
no,
I think, and they've not been notorious for having the greatest kickers. Kick 6, but this particular guy, I think it was either Kangaroo Black or his co-host this evening that said, if I had a choice between Connor Talty and the guy that kicked the kick 6, give me the guy that kicked the kick 6.
Fair.
Makes sense.
I mean, that kick 6, I mean, that was a deep field goal too, so can't really blame him for that too much. But yeah, I mean, this is, I don't know, it's going to be a wild game, I think.
So for me, I think it's wild that Alabama's favored. However, how is Alabama favored when Oklahoma's beat you two straight times?
And it's at Oklahoma.
I get it. They say Oklahoma's offense is abysmal, but their defense is not, and that defense was still enough to win that ball game in Tuscaloosa. On the injury report, I was absolutely shocked that there wasn't another name on the Alabama list.
They're not going to rebuild that one.
Because I can tell you, I actually saw somebody this week, and to say that he's not even questionable is wild to me, because when I saw him, it hurt this man to stand up. He was holding his back the whole time. It hurt him to sit down. Ty Simpson's got a back injury, folks. And I just can't see him going into Norman and beating a team that's beat Alabama 2 straight times. I think Oklahoma wins this. I think they rest on their defense. And whether the offense looks good or not, I think their defense is enough to carry them in this game.
There you go. I like it. All right. I feel like, all right, so this game to me, it does nothing for me. Like, I really think Ole Miss should just run away with this game.
Interesting.
Should. And I think the kids are going to be fired up because they got the new coach. They're going to want to play well for their coach.
Absolutely.
And they're going to be hot. They're going to be hot. And they're going to be running on all 8 cylinders plus a couple of extra they had installed aftermarket. I don't see Tulane being in this one. Of course, neither do the odds makers. They've got Ole Miss favored by 17.5, if I'm reading that right. This one is on brand. Sorry, Tulane. You did a great job. Good job on getting there. You got a gold star for the day, but this one's going to Ole Miss. These kids are mad. These kids are mad. They get to the playoffs. Their head coach leaves. They are mad. Woe be unto anybody who has to line up against Ole Miss.
Not so fast, my friend.
Oh God.
Oh, jeez.
So these two teams played early in the season, and Ole Miss rung their bell pretty good. I think they beat them like 45-3.
I'm sorry. What was that? What was that phrase they did?
Belt ass?
No, something about a musical instrument. What was that phrase you used again?
They rung their bell.
Okay. Please continue.
But let's take a deeper look at that game. That was Jake Retzlaff's second game with Tulane. He'd only been on campus for less than 6 weeks at that time. This is not that same Tulane team.
They expanded to a 4-lane?
This is not the same.
Divergent diamond or a clover leaf?
This is not the same Ole Miss team either. Yes, they're going to have Charlie Weiss Jr. calling plays.
Oh, nice.
Cool. But guess what? Your head coach ain't there. What's Golden going to do when it's 4th and 1 at the 40? We all know Lane Kiffin's going for it, right? What's Golden going to do? Is he going to drop back and kick? What's he going to do? I think there's a lot of question marks for Ole Miss in this game. I think Tulane has gotten much better throughout the season as Retzlaff has gotten more comfortable. I think Tulane pulls an upset here.
Oh, God. So one thing I will say, though, is I am 99.9% sure that Lane Kiffin is still communicating with these coaches at Ole Miss in terms of the people, even the people that didn't follow him. I'm pretty sure that he is.
But he won't be on this. He won't be able to communicate with them on the sidelines during the game.
No, not at all. But I'm pretty sure him and Golding have had a meeting with each other and picking each other's brains and sharing thoughts, going back and forth. Has to. There's no way that Kiffin's going to fully say, "All right, you're on your own here."
Golding kicked him out of his office. He said, "This is my office now. Get out."
That's what was said, but is that what actually was said?
Well, that's what everybody reported.
I mean, how many times has the media been wrong and just looking for clicks?
Fair.
Yeah, so, they definitely had Lane in going to Auburn. Yeah, he visited Auburn too. Why? Stop the cap.
There you go. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure that there has been a lot of conversation back and forth. Now, Lane obviously is not going to be watching film being like, "Oh, hey, here's what I see here, and here. Let's do this." No. But it's more like, "Hey, just remember this, remember that," and just FYIs on everything. Just helping him. Basically, it's like he's tutoring Golding for this game.
The point being is game management matters.
Yeah.
And we have no idea what we're getting from Pete Golding. He's never done it before.
It's true. But then again, he might be a better head coach than coordinator.
We've seen a lot of coordinators get head coaching jobs that failed.
That's true.
Okay.
So I'm going with the gut feeling that Tulane, listen, other than the one game they played earlier this year, each of the last 3 times they've played, Tulane's given Ole Miss absolute fits.
Yeah. Here's another thing to think about, though, too. Every successful head coach in college at some point in their career was a coordinator. So everybody just needs a chance. It's not always going to work, but I don't know. I mean, I have no idea how Golding's going to do. I mean, no one knows, but I will say that I think it gives Ole Miss an advantage because of him being the head coach now, because it's already a guy you know and trust. And I think that makes it a little bit easier.
And generally, when you have a scenario where the head coach leaves, whether voluntarily or is asked to leave by the institution, those kids tend to rally around
Absolutely.
that new coach.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even with Florida, we saw a little more spunk in their game than we had in games past once they fired old Bill. So we'll see what they bring to the table. Now I have a second question. I keep looking at this mascot. Can anybody tell me the Tulane why does that? I know what their mascot is, what their team theme is, but why does their mascot look like a dude that just fell, an overweight dude that fell into a vat of very heavily food colored avocado that has a fallen pompadour? Tell me I'm lying.
I was
You're
going to
not
say he
wrong.
looks kind of like an artichoke almost.
I've never understood the logo. Like, I mean, I know it's a
Neither have
green
I.
wave. I do, but it looks more like a tree with snow on it.
But where do you
Right.
get a green wave? Waves aren't green.
Well, if you see them, you probably want to get out of them.
It's true. It's
This is true.
very, very true. All right.
But that seriously, that look that the animation that looks like very 1920s Disney animation right there,
It pretty much is.
like from the Betty
Jeez.
Boop era.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh.
It does kind of strongly resemble Betty Boop a little bit.
Not quite, but
Uh,
I'll go with that if that makes you happy.
All right. I think the best game of the opening round right here. I mean, I think Alabama OU is going to be really good, but I think this is the one game where if you try to predict this game based off of every statistical detail you look at, you will pick a different winner each time because these teams are so similar.
I've got Marcel Reed's mojo being a little broken behind the loss to Texas still.
No.
And I've got Carson Beck finally stepping up and becoming the quarterback that we all thought he was when he started at the University of Georgia. I mean, to be fair, that first SEC championship, it came down to just that close. And then last year he was hurt, so he was injured. But I definitely think this is finally he's getting to have his coming out party, because now there's no more Stetson's in the NFL, so there's no more comparison to Stetson.
Yep.
He's not having any problems with the whatever the twins were, the girl he was dating, because they broke up. His Lambo got stolen. So, and now he's a year removed from being at Georgia. I think he's been working on exercising all those demons. And I think this game is his official. You've now been put on official notice, even though I think this is his last year of eligibility. Like, you've been put on official notice. This is NFL teams. This is what you're getting come, next fall if I get drafted.
I have no comeback to that. I fully agree.
Let's be real. Who has Texas A&M played?
That is true. I mean, Notre Dame is their pride and joy of wins, I guess you could say.
You got to play now. I'm being fair. You got to play who's on your schedule, but look at who their schedule turned out to their conference schedule turned out to be this year. Their conference schedule turned out to not be. They collectively turned out to be lean towards the bottom half of the conference.
Yep.
And they were able to run ragged, and even despite that, it took them an entire 2 quarters to realize they were in a football game against South Carolina.
Yeah.
Not a sermon, just a thought.
mm-hmm.
Not wrong.
So, one thing we know about Texas A&M is they give up a lot of points. They score a lot of points too. Miami scores a lot of points. I think this is going to be a shootout. I think your winner is going to score in the 40s. Loser somewhere in the 30s. My take is, which Carson Beck are we going to get? Are we going to get elite level Carson Beck? Or are we going to get Louisville Carson Beck? or South Florida Carson Beck, or SMU Carson Beck, who likes to throw the football around the yard a little bit and give it to the other team. That 105,000 people at Texas A&M is a whole different atmosphere than what they got down there in Miami. I suspect
Go ahead.
I suspect Carson Beck has a little come apart in this game and gives up the ball a couple of times. And if you're Miami, you can't afford to do that against a team that can score like Texas A&M.
I think he'll be, where the crowd is concerned, he'll be fine. I mean, Georgia is now, with the amendments made to Sanford. By the time Carson left there, Sanford's pushing on the upwards of 90,000 fans in that stadium as well now too. So big crowds, I don't think that's going to be a problem. Big lights, I don't know. I think it's good. I think if anything gets him, it'll be the big lights, but not the big crowd. But I think he's kind of worked on overcoming that. So we'll see this weekend.
Should be interesting. I agree with Cody. I think this is probably going to be the best game of the bunch, unless Tulane Ole Miss is. Like I said, I think Tulane pulls an upset there. But I agree. This game here, by all accounts, this is the game to watch.
Yeah, I agree. All right. Sorry about that. My laptop was about to die.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. That's going to be the ultimate matchup of the weekend. I mean, you're talking about two teams that are fairly evenly matched. They're fairly evenly matched. They have been battle tested and fallen short, but their strengths and their weaknesses are fairly equal enough that this will be a gridiron equivalent of a Sugar Ray Leonard versus Tommy Hearns, or Marvin Hagler versus Sugar Ray Leonard. One of those type deals. For those of you that are uninformed, a little too young to understand, those guys were like middleweight boxers during the 70s and 80s, and they just used to come. The bell would ring, they would step to the middle of the ring, and they would just beat the ever loving piss and tar out of each other for 12 rounds. And
back then it was 15. Remember?
Even at their weight class?
Yeah.
Okay, so 15 rounds these guys would go. They beat the tar out of each other. And if both men were left standing at the end of the fight, it was a close call for the judges, because that's all they did was beat the tar out of each other. So,
the good old days.
So, you want to put that graphic back up and the whole bracket? See what Anthony thinks about who's going to win it all?
Oh, absolutely.
All right. Let's see here. Hold on.
We do have one rule on this. We cannot have any personal biases in picking a national champion.
Personal bias? Why, sir? You question my integrity. I had to. Let's see what we got here. Appreciate y'all having the old ref come on. Like we said, I think we were in agreement. We are touching and agreeing on Ole Miss beating Tulane, are we not?
Yes.
Okay.
Except for Chris, because he's different.
Okay. And then where Alabama and OU are concerned, are we in agreement on OU as well? Is that what we're saying?
Boomer.
Okay. And then we kind of split on JMU Oregon, but
I got Oregon winning.
We'll take Oregon.
Okay. And then yes, because this has to go collectively here. I don't know about. I personally picked the Canes to win.
I'll take the Canes.
Because, there is but one that controls the wind and the waves. And so he struck out his arm and said, "Peace be still," and the winds and the waves sat still. So, if you look at the Aggies, just their logo, you wonder sometime if there might be a school for the dyslexic there, because for a minute old Rev thought that said Matt. So I had to put these readers on, but I don't want to. But I'm gonna make do with it. Okay. So moving forward, we'll get back to Rev in a minute. That's Reverend Red and Black. He's a pastor of the First Church of God in Christ, in Chrysler, Sebring, uh, Pentecostal, Municipal, Catholic, Episcopal by the side of the road, Mount Jericho, second edition of the third edition Baptist Holiness Church. Okay, so anyway, I had to write that down because I gave him a church so long ago, I forgot what it is. Anyway, so we're looking at Ohio State and the U. Ohio State did show cracks in the veneers against Indiana, but that still was an amazing game. I still think Ohio State is, for all intents and purposes, the team to beat in this tournament. I don't know that Carson Beck can get by them. I think he can give them a couple of good punches, but then after that, it's one of those fights where you see the guy come in and get a couple of good licks, and then after the champ figures out a strategy that gets beat down. So I'm going with Ohio State. No score on that one yet. I haven't really had a chance to see what Miami's defense brings to the table, and they do. If memory serves, they did get quite a few points scored on them this season. So that's not a good look when you're playing against a team like Ohio State, who can score at will when they want to with pinpoint precision. So I got Ohio State in that one. Going away, minimum of 10, winning by 10. Am I stopping after each of these to take commentary, or you want me to go through all of them and then we come back and discuss?
You can go through all of them.
Okay.
Give you your turn.
Let's see here.
You will watch this.
OU versus Indiana. I think OU has a phenomenal defense, but we also saw Indiana do something that nobody else has been able to effectively do to Ohio State, and that's keep them limited in their scoring. And with OU not having as effective an offense as they had at the beginning of the season, that could present a problem. I've got Indiana winning this one. I got Indiana winning this one by 14 minimum. So that's got Indiana moving on to quarterfinals along with Ohio State. Let's see, Oregon and Texas Tech. I'm calling audible on this one. I got Texas Tech beating Oregon for the exact same reasons you guys said that Oregon could falter against JMU. I've got Texas Tech beating Oregon effectively, keeping them from making the semifinals again. And then Georgia versus Ole Miss. I know we say it's hard to beat the same team twice, but we're also talking about, even though Ole Miss is going to play hard, this is not a bias. I think this is just the recency and the coaching change situation here more than anything else. I think if it was Lane Kiffin, I think it would be a nail biter down to the end. I think mid third quarter, early fourth quarter, the veneer starts to crack on Ole Miss, and Georgia pulls away to enough of the distance of a lead to win comfortably. Those are my quarterfinals. I will yield the floor to anyone else who would like to go through this.
So I'm a believer in trends. And right now there's a trend in the college football playoffs, especially the 12-team playoff. Last year's the only one we've had, right?
Right.
But there was a trend that developed in that, and that every team that had a first-round bye lost. I think that trend continues. Indiana, with one of their starters suspended, their best defensive lineman out for the season with an injury. I don't think Indiana has played a defense as good as Oklahoma yet. Say what they want to about Ohio State. I think Oklahoma's defense is better. Indiana's not going to throw anything at them that they haven't seen already. I got Oklahoma taking out Indiana.
Oh, really? Okay.
Texas Tech and Oregon. I'm not a firm believer in Texas Tech yet. They played a very easy schedule in the Big 12. Oregon, while I don't think they're flashy like they have been in years past, they are very physical. I think Oregon handles Texas Tech.
Okay.
Coming over to the other side, I actually have Texas A&M winning that first game, lining up with Ohio State. I think Ohio State showed something in that game against Indiana that we've only seen once or twice in the last couple of years, and that's vulnerability. Their offense looked like it was stuck in the mud against Indiana, and the way Texas A&M scores, Ohio State can score the same way if they have to. But I don't think Ohio State likes playing an SEC defense, and it shows. They struggle against them. I got Texas A&M knocking off Ohio State in an upset.
Really? Okay.
And then in the fourth game over here, I have Tulane beating Ole Miss, and then running into a team that is just physically better, more talent, and much deeper. And Georgia puts B2A on Tulane. So I have Oregon, Oklahoma, Georgia, Texas A&M.
Okay.
All right.
I'm not mad at it.
Okay. So I have Oregon winning the first round. I have kind of like you said, Chris. I mean, like Texas Tech, we don't know enough about them, but I do know that they are a very respectable team. I think they can hang with Oregon. I am going to take Texas Tech to win that game. I'm going to take OU over Bama. If their defensive lineman didn't have that injury, I think I would probably have a different opinion in this. I think that OU will win this game in a squeaker, but if OU's offense does not find some kind of identity, they're screwed because they're gonna have to score. But I'm still gonna ride with OU there. The other side, Georgia's gonna win their side. Let's just be real; they're in the Final Four. And then I'm taking Miami over A&M, and I think Ohio State beats the absolute dog crap out of them, though. I think it's going to be nasty. So I think Ohio State actually has the best defense in the country. Their linebacking core is phenomenal. Their defensive line is really good. Their secondary is solid. I mean, yeah, you can get beat for some big plays. It happens to everybody, but I don't see a lot of weaknesses with Ohio State. They had nothing to lose and nothing to gain against Indiana when they played them. Just bragging rights on social media for the fans, and that's about it. I mean, would they have liked to have won that game? Absolutely, but it didn't define them, I don't think. So I think they'll be fine there. So Ohio State, Georgia, Texas Tech, and Oklahoma is my Final Four.
Ohio State, Georgia, Texas Tech, and who?
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma. Oh man. I mean, like it. I'm not mad at it. I'm actually looking at these. I'm not mad at. I'm not mad at any of the combinations that we've come up with so far.
I mean, realistically, this is the first year of since the playoff era where nobody knew who was going to win this thing. That makes me happy.
Of course, there have been some pundits saying it would be amazing if Alabama were to figure out a way to win, and Georgia would win, and Georgia to win. Alabama wins out of the left side of the bracket, Georgia wins out of the right side, and they wind up facing off.
If they have a rubber match, that will be one of the funniest things ever, actually.
I think it would break ratings. I'm not gonna lie.
Absolutely it would.
Another Georgia Alabama national championship. That would make in the last 8 years 3 national championship appearances in addition to uh, a couple of gobs of SEC championship appearances against each other.
It's just insane.
But 3 and 8, three matchups in 8 years. Hell yeah.
So let me ask you both a question on this. So, as you know, Sharon Moore had his situation. He lost his job at Michigan, right? So, Kalen DeBoer's name was one of the first names that came up in it. And obviously, if he's asked about it, he's going to say no. He's going to say no because
he's already said it.
Yeah, but I mean, the thing is, though, I mean, let's be real. If you're in the middle of the playoff hunt and all that, you're not going to say, "Oh yeah, I'm entertaining another job. Why not?" No, you're not going to say that.
But it didn't seem to stop Lane Kiffin.
That is because Lane is Lane.
That's Lane Kiffin.
So it makes me wonder. So, like right now, like I've told some people I know, I'd say there's a 20% chance at the most that DeBoer is the next coach at Michigan. But if they lose this weekend to OU, that means that the talks can happen quicker because Michigan hasn't really narrowed in on anyone that we know of. So, I mean, who's to say that it doesn't happen?
If you listen to Dave Portnoy, he's zeroed in on someone.
Who's he zeroed in on?
He said if Michigan won't handle the money correctly, just give it to me and I'll have Kenny Dillingham here by the end of the day.
I don't like that hire though. I think it would be a fine hire, but I don't think it would. I mean, it'd be better than what they had, but
well. So are you saying? Never mind. I'm not even going to get into that because there's been so much talk about so many different types of illegal activity in the NCAA this season. I don't even want to put that out there. But I mean, if you're suggesting that there may be an A1 Abrams hovering somewhere in the vicinity of the game between Alabama and OU, it wouldn't surprise me if that was the case, if it came to be so.
So something else to consider about Alabama is I think 3 of their coaches have left to go to Oregon State, I believe.
Yeah, but they're still with Bama.
Are they? I haven't seen any reports that they are still there.
So the guy that went to be the head coach, he's doing like half and half with both teams right now.
That goes really good with coffee, by the way.
Absolutely. So I think Bama's fine there. I mean, they didn't lose anyone that fully impacts them. I think they'll be fine on that front. But now, like a team like Ohio State, on the other hand, with Brian Hartline, that's different. Because the one thing that does concern me about Ohio State is his play calling was very conservative against Indiana, just like it was against Texas. So that is really my big question mark for them. It's like, okay, if he gives you a second dud in a row on offense, do you just tell him to go ahead and go focus and then you just handle the playoffs yourself? Because that's,
I mean,
I don't know.
That's what Nick Saban did. Who, by the way, is now a minority owner of the Nashville Predators.
Is he really?
Yes, he is.
Following in Tom Brady's foot. Tom Brady started setting the blueprint. And he's like, I want a piece of the Raiders.
Yep.
And not only is he a new minority owner of the Predators, since he made his purchase into ownership, they are 7-3 in their last 10 games.
Wow.
Actually, I take that back. I'm so dumb. Magic Johnson, duh. No, he owns a piece of everything.
Yes, he does.
But that's yeah. I mean, that's the thing now. It's like I've made all this money coaching or playing a sport, and now I'm going to take some of that money and buy a portion of a franchise and make some of that money back.
So, do y'all want to reveal your national champion?
Ooh. Are we doing that today?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. You're here. Let's do it.
All right. Let's see. I did say Georgia wins against Ole Miss. I believe I had Ohio State winning against whoever the heck, Miami. I had Indiana, I believe, advancing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
And Texas Tech over Oregon. So that means that Georgia would play Texas Tech in the.
No, let's get Ohio State.
Oh, I'm sorry. Georgia would get Ohio State. Texas Tech would get Indiana. I think I got Indiana taking Texas Tech.
Okay.
Georgia versus Ohio State with the state. I think on the right side of the bracket you have the best two defenses left in the Final Four as I have laid them out.
Very low scoring game.
This is going to be a low scoring affair. This is going to be where Georgia's grind it out with the running attack is going to come into effect. I don't think Ryan Day has quite learned from that because that's basically what Kirby did to them before. I don't think either team gets to 20. Damn, I had to think about that because that one could go either way. That's with all that talent, that one could go either way. I do think, however, and this is not bias, Mr. Vandy Man. I do think that if there is anybody that is one of the most flexible coaches when it comes to game planning and preparation, it is one Kirby Smart, and he will pull a rabbit out of a hat somewhere on your ass during a game, and I think he will pull another rabbit out of his hat against Ryan Day, and Georgia will win by no more than 2 points, thereby causing the national championship to be played between, I did say Indiana, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Indiana and Georgia. I think at this point, I'm going to do like I'm in the rap battle cipher. And I'm going to pass the mic to Cody and let it circle back around. I need to think about this for a minute. Can I do that?
Absolutely.
Is that okay.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think OU versus Texas Tech would be a fun game. Again, it really depends on if OU's offense can get something going. I'm still sold on their defense. Give me OU in that game to go on to face. I believe in Bo Jackson. I'm going to take Ohio State to make it to the Natty. And then I've already said OU is my pick to win it all. But I would not be surprised if Ohio State beat them, actually.
Okay.
So
in the first semifinal, I have Oregon versus Oklahoma. We've seen Oregon play some very solid defenses this year. We've seen them struggle against that. They should have lost the game at Iowa. I think Oklahoma's defense is too much for their offense. I think Dante Moore has his UCLA moment in the semifinals under the bright lights on the big stage. I think Oklahoma wins that ball game. and makes it to the finals. On the other side, I have Georgia against Texas A&M. This is where it falls apart for Texas A&M. Their defense can't keep up with Georgia's defense. I got Georgia winning that, and your national championship being Oklahoma versus Georgia.
Ooh, me likey.
And Oklahoma is my pick to win that game. I think it's going to look very similar to Georgia and Notre Dame did last year in the semifinals. I think that's what the championship game looks like this year, with Oklahoma coming out on top.
Okay.
So you think they're finally getting their revenge for the 2017 Rose Bowl, 2018 Rose Bowl?
Yes, sir.
Well, I'm just going to do myself a favor and pray that does not happen. Because as I have relayed to you gentlemen, when I first moved to Oklahoma, I got gritted on horribly because the Rose Bowl, when my wife and I moved here, the Rose Bowl had been a mere 6 months prior.
Oh, man.
They still love Baker Mayfield so much that if Dallas is not playing, and you know how, Fox has the NFC and CBS has the AFC. Well, here they only show one AFC game per Sunday, the early game. Never show the late game. Fox will show the early game and the afternoon game. If there's no game locally for the 3 o'clock game or the 4 o'clock game or whatever it is, they will find a game with Baker Mayfield in it. If Baker's playing with the Bucks, and then if the hierarchy is Dak, Baker, and then oh God, I had his name and it went out of my head. Out in Arizona.
Oh,
Kyler Murray.
Kyler Murray. In that order. Like they give no love to everybody's like Jalen. Jalen gets no love here. It's all about Baker and then it's about Kyler.
Jalen fixing to get benched anyway, so
yeah, talking all that philosophical talk. Maybe he can get with our guy Jameis Winston and develop a personality, and then the two of them could make funny commercials where they say goofy things like that to each other.
That would be
Imagine fun. Us sitting down and having a bowl of chicken together as we eat a W. But I like that. I mean, I'm not mad at it. I've kind of developed a little bit of a soft spot in my heart for OU and OSU fans here. So if they got one, they got one. I'll take the good-natured ribbon for letting them have one. I said what I said exactly in the verbiage I meant to say it. So not mad at it at all. So I had Georgia winning it. Chris, you have OU winning it, and Cody, you had who?
I got OU winning it, but I wouldn't be surprised if I was wrong.
Oh man, no love. I guess no love over here. That's all right, dog fans. We got you. Your boy is here. And the funny thing is, neither one of y'all is in Oklahoma. I'm here in the 405. Georgia fans, I got you. We're going to ring that bell. I'm going to give y'all the people's elbow. I keep messing that phrase up. I'm going to give you the people's eyebrow at the end of the season to tell us to ring the bell.
I like it.
Actually, I'm glad to see him back in the playoffs again, because that just, for me as a fan who has endured years of drought, and Mark Richt was an amazing coach. He was a 10 win guy. He was gonna get you 10. Couldn't get you 11, but he was gonna get you 10.
It's true.
And then
10-2 every year.
And then Ray Goff. I think it was Ray Goff that took over after Vince retired. Then there's a couple of substitute teachers between him, and Mark Richt. But I'm glad to see that the Dogs have returned to this spot. And trust and believe when I tell you, every Dog fan is hoping that Kirby is going to sign that extended super duper lifetime contract that way he can just retire as a dog, where they give him the Nick Saban contract, where no matter what anybody else makes, he gets a pay bump to stay the highest paid coach. Make it so.
I'm guessing you haven't seen the pictures of Kirby Smart floating around the Twitterverse.
Oh, please.
Dressed in yellow.
Yeah, I don't like that one. Have y'all seen the video of Kirby where that lady's like, Kirby, show me what that tongue does, and he sticks his tongue out at her? That might be the funniest video on the internet of a football coach.
Why would you? Why? I'm right here. I'm sitting right here. Do you not see me sitting right here?
I know you've seen that. I know you've seen the video.
I doubt I've seen it. I don't know if I want to see it.
It sounds disgusting.
It's very Gene Simmons-esque, actually. I was genuinely shocked.
Why?
So
why?
Never mind.
Why are you studying how long his tongue is, sir?
I'm going to find the video now, just because I have to.
So while he's doing that and we wait for the playoffs to start on Friday, we can wrap up the playoff portion of this with 3 words. And no, it's not ring the bell.
I'm going to say it. Ring the bell.
Spot the ball. Let's kick this off right. Spot the ball. Let's get some games going. And while he's looking up this video, we have another Christmas theme pick'em.
Oh.
This one's going to be a little bit tricky because some of these are duplicated, but this one is for Christmas movies. Again, we go through the first one. We pick the one that you're going to keep, and then we'll go through it again and pick the one you're going to get rid of.
All right.
Get that off there. Where'd it go? There it is.
Pick one per row.
Mm-hmm. And be careful because some of these are in here twice.
Are we doing columns or layers?
Layer. Go across.
Okay. Let's see. My keepers are The Grinch, Die Hard. Ooh. Oh man. The Christmas Story. And that sucks because the other one doesn't show up again. And Santa Claus.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd go give me Grinch. I've never heard of the Santa Christmas one. Give me Die Hard as well. Give me this one's tough. I'm torn on Home Alone and Miracle on 34th Street. Give me Miracle on 34th Street. Always like that movie. And then give me Santa Claus.
So I'm keeping Rudolph on the first row. On the second row, I'm keeping Die Hard. On the third row, Miracle on 34th. On the fourth row, give me Polar Express.
Okay.
And you know the rules. Now you go through and pick out one that you're gonna toss, that you're not going to keep.
The Christmas Carol on the first row. Christmas Carol on the first row.
Good Christmas Carol on the second row.
Actually, I'm gonna do. No, I gotta keep that one. Whatever the Christmas one is next to Die Hard, I can't read that caption. Even with
Santa Christmas.
The Santa Christmas. Miracle on 34th Street, and Polar Express. Those are the ones I'm removing.
All right. I'm going Prancer, Santa Christmas, Christmas Story, and A Boy Called Christmas.
So I'm going Prancer, Santa Christmas. Believe it or not, Home Alone.
Okay.
Mm.
And A Boy Called Christmas. Which brings up a fun debate. Is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
100%.
Absolutely.
So when you hear the director talk about it, he said it at Christmas specifically to make it a Christmas movie.
I like it.
So if the director says it's a Christmas movie, it has to be a Christmas movie, right?
Well, you got the pundits that are going to say, "Oh, but it's not about the holiday, and it's not around, and there's no gift giving, and blah blah blah." It's just be quiet.
No, there's gift giving.
Yeah, lots of
bit of lead.
I was going to say lots of lead bracelets.
Yep.
All right, y'all ready for my Kirby Smart video?
I'm afraid.
All right, here we go.
Let me see that tongue, Kirby. Give me that tongue, Kirby. Let me see that tongue, Kirby.
Why would you do that?
Why?
Yeah, just why?
I want to know how the woman knew about his tongue going into that.
Don't do that.
Say it. Say
it. Don't do it.
Just leave that. You know what? I'd rather leave that alone. We just went through a very rough emotional week with another program, and I think that sometimes we should let, for lack of a better phrase, and pardon the pun, let sleeping dogs lie.
See, he went in a totally different direction. I thought he was preparing a sermon from Reverend Red and Black.
Well, the Lord does say, the great bulldog spirit in the sky does say, to not make yourself akin and slave to the flesh. And so in so doing, that young lady brought out the fleshly being that is Kirby Smart. Now, Kirby does make it very abundantly clear that the player that we see in the GIF that's circulating on the internet with the turnover pads, with the he does say that he is a huge fan of the WWE, the NWA, and that is something he adopted as a part of his player persona. And as such, as a coach, that sometimes he has to let it out. So that is where we are going to leave that. We are not going to travel into we're not going to allow ourselves to move this into the fleshly. Good God from side. That part of we're not going to move into that right there. See, Rev had a couple of flashbacks of Freaknik back in Atlanta in 1994, but we won't talk about that either. I can only do that impression for so long before my throat starts.
Oh, man.
And all of God's people said, "Go dogs and go dogs." Amen, amen.
I love it. I love it.
See, we need to send him over to Midwest Masterpiece and have him get some attire with his Reverend Red and Black persona.
100% would wear that.
If you haven't noticed, that's where my cap came from. You see the pretty colors in the design. Midwest Masterpiece up in Avoca, Iowa. If you need some attire printed up or manufactured or whatever you want to call it, give them a shout out. They have all of our logos loaded up. You can pick our logo or you can send in your own logo, and the turnaround is very quick. I ordered a shirt. I had it in 2 days. I ordered my cap. I had it in 4 days. So
they did all
Midwest masterpiece.
They did all of the logos for including the ones that are here, up and there, and over there, over your head, and everything.
Oh no! I made the logos. But they printed them for us.
Okay,
yeah, they printed them for us. Yep,
that's what's up. That's dope as hell.
I'm personally wearing my cap, a T-shirt that she made for me. We also have magnets and koozies.
I have not gotten as far as to make us any merchandise yet. That's pretty sad because we've been on for 5 seasons. We got no merch. We got to do something about that.
Absolutely.
I'll get you the contact information. She can do it for you.
Nice, very nice. I like it. How much?
I need to watch that movie again soon. I love that movie.
It's very nice. The porcelain is made with the powder made from the milk of my wife's tits.
You just ruined me.
Oh my gosh, such good. Oh, so good, so good. All right, well, gentlemen, I think we have discussed pretty much everything we can discuss football related tonight.
Well,
so
other than all of the season-ending injuries that happened on Sunday in the NFL.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of those. It's just like, you know what it is. All of those guys said 1, 2, 3 Cancun and did not include their teammates on purpose. That's all that is. I don't. We're eliminated. Oh, Miami.
The Titans had 3 safeties go down in one game to torn ACLs.
Yeah, they got a hold of their agents at halftime and said, how many? Okay, my contract say I don't have to play no more after this game. I fulfilled it. Oh, my hand, it hurt. Yeah, ow, yeah, ow. I can't bend it, coach. How did you learn all of these bylaws and stuff? Oh, I got all of mine from that one quarterback in Cleveland. He hooked me up with his agent. All his money guaranteed.
All right. So before we close this thing out, Anthony, tell everybody where they can find you at.
In my skin. Ask me again. I'll tell you the same.
My man.
Me and my guy Colin and I are on the airways Monday night with This Week in UGA football. We took a hiatus this week. This week. Shouts out to my co-host Colin P. from the DMV, who should be landing back at home after visiting his family for the holidays. We'll be back on Monday, and probably we'll do another show on Friday. Do another show on Friday because we got a first round bye. But we'll definitely we'll be back next Monday to talk about Georgia and the playoffs. Tuesday nights, you can find me on Let's Talk Football, the Round Table, which is our NFL show. I have not had much to talk about this year. I'm on the show with 2 Bears fans and a Broncos fan, and I am the 25% of the show whose favorite pro team is not going to be making a playoff appearance this year. It's been a rough year, but we're on Tuesdays and some Wednesdays, and then in the off season there is the Roundtable Movie Podcast, which will be actually, I think, doing a taping this week of. What are we talking about? We decided to get away from movies, and we're going to do a pod. We're going to do a full pod on In Living Color and the genius that was the Wayans and the Jamie Foxxes and all of those things. So
nice.
Yeah, that's where you can go ahead.
Your pro team, Falcons or the Raiders?
The Falcons, 100%. Now I do follow the Raiders because there is one Brock Bowers out there playing, and he's probably one of 2.5 players on the roster that's worth a damn.
Facts.
Would you think the Falcons would be interested in the Diego Pavia?
I think at this point, if you told Arthur Blank that putting Crisco on the bottom of his team's cleats would help them win, he would do it. Although he doesn't have that much to worry about for money anyway. I mean, he owns Home Depot.
Fair.
Why do I need I don't need my team to win in order for them to be profitable. We're all a part of a revenue share. We all get a check for TV. Yeah. I mean, Home Depot made me a multi-millionaire. Buying this franchise made me a billionaire.
$1 billion. 1 billion. 1 billion. You should be able to kill somebody saying $1 billion. 1 billion, motherfucker. 1 billion. You don't ever see Arthur Blank except going in one or two directions. He either going this way to the bank or that way to cash a check.
Oh man.
Feel like I haven't known her the same way, and Amy Adams Strunk.
By the way, side note, I know we're talking college. I have been severely impressed with the family, the Ursay family in Indianapolis. Starts at Baltimore. That's how old I am. For those of you who are watching that might be Gen between Y and Z and actual Gen Z, there was a time when the Colts were based out of Baltimore. But that's a story for another time. So, yeah, I've been really impressed with that family, especially the daughter who essentially has stepped out on the forefront. She's out on the sidelines with it. She's like, give me the headphones. I want to hear what you guys are talking about. Take me up in the booth. What's going on up here? Give me the clipboard. I want to know so I can follow along with everything. She has thrown herself 100% and immersed herself in the game because she wants to know what it is that the entire inner workings of everything. It's the only way to be successful. And they've had a successful season. I mean, aside from I think they suffered.
Well,
Anyway.
I mean, you got to have some kind of knowledge when you bring in a guy that's eligible for the Pro Football Hall of Fame, hasn't played a game since COVID, and he almost wins a game for you on less than a week of practice.
He's thrown more touchdown passes in the last week than Penix has.
There you go.
I'm just saying. I'm sorry, guys. I keep talking. I'm holding the show up. I want to say I do appreciate y'all reaching out and having me come on here. And please do feel free to reach out at any point in time, even if you're talking baseball and basketball, which I don't follow as fervently. But I know if you hit the ball with the wood stick and it goes over the fence, then that's supposed to be good because people go, yay. You'll just be careful not to focus the camera on the guy in the Michigan shirt stealing the kids' cotton candy.
There you go.
I love it.
The irony that they made that commercial one of the marquee commercials of the season, and then
right.
somewhere College Stallions is like, and they thought I was the bad one.
Exactly.
He was on Outkick today.
Who, Connor?
Connor Stallions was.
Oh my gosh.
With Dan, what's his name? Is it Dan Dakich? That's on Outkick.
I have no idea, to be honest with you.
I'm pretty sure it's Dan Dakich. He had Connor Stallions on today.
Okay. Well, dang. I'm going to have to go check it out. I like to hear what he has to say. Well, that being said, we got a couple more minutes until I lose access to making shorts by AI. So with that being said, Anthony, thank you for joining us. We hope everybody has a great night. Enjoy the playoffs, and we may see you next week. I don't know what we're going to do Christmas week. I don't know if we're going to take the week off or not, but if we don't see you next week, have a Merry Christmas. If we do see you next week, then pretend I didn't say that. Exactly.
Man, I'm not talking about lot lizards.
My man.
Or trash. Or trash.
That's the best way to end it.
Gets the meaning to the term dumpster diving, doesn't it?
Oh, my God. Well, that being said, everybody have a good night. Thank you all for jumping in tonight. A lot more viewers tonight than I expected, so that's awesome. So, yes, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.
On the diamond